Hi, Capricorn. Okay, for the awareness of the week, we have the Four of Cups and we have the Six of Pentacles. So the Four of Cups, we see the beautiful woman here sitting out by herself, kind of looking down and looking at the big cup here in front of her. She doesn't really see what's behind her. The Four of Cups can be a card of maybe not feeling so satisfied with where you are right now, of maybe feeling stagnant or bored or what have you, and you need time to think. So you take yourself out, you create some space, some solitude. You think about what's going on. And, as you have your head down and you're in this thinking mode, maybe for some you're sulking or pouting, but for some maybe you're just genuinely reflecting. You might miss opportunities. So here we're focused on this big cup here. We're really not even thinking what's behind. So you have to really work through whatever it is that may be making you feel this way, where you're not getting what you want. You may not be satisfied. You may not be feeling that your purpose is being satisfied. And if you can count your blessings, if you can try to reset and to reframe your thinking, it might put you in a better spot to get out of this little solitude phase. There's no harm in taking time and stepping back and thinking about things. But if you get stuck in this dreary mindset, then it's hard to grow. It's hard to move forward. So with this Four of Cups, here we have the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles, it's a card of giving and receiving, about support, about being of service to others when you are able to. When you're in a position to help someone, to give, it's such a satisfying and enriching feeling. And it can bring purpose to your life here. If you're thinking about being in the doldrums, maybe if you volunteer or do something to help someone else, it may help change your perspective. So the Six of Pentacles is about giving and receiving. When you are able to help, it doesn't always have to be financial. It can be time-wise. It can be support over the phone, calling someone, reaching out to them, listening, being a good friend. In addition to donating your energy or your time or your truck to a good cause. There is a feeling of satisfaction and of being of service, of fulfilling a higher purpose. By the same token, you may be in a situation where you are feeling down and you may need support. You may need someone to listen to you or to provide you some assistance and some guidance and some help. Don't be afraid to ask for help if you need it. People more than likely are ready and willing to share of themselves in order to help others. So in terms of guidance, we have Justice, the major arcana. We have the Seven of Pentacles. So with Justice is about, it's about the fairness in life, equality, of making fair and balanced and reasoned decisions. So when we see justice in a reading, often it's about the fairness. Fairness within a relationship. Is it weighted toward one other person who really dominates the relationship? Or in a work situation where maybe you do more than your fair share than your cube mate who is slacking. We have to look at inequality all day long, all the time. And it's a matter of standing up for what's right, and it's a matter of calling it out. So with justice, it's matters of fairness this week. To examine the equality or the inequality within your life. Very simple. So there just may be something that is not quite right and that you need to attend to, and that maybe you need to make a decision, a reasoned decision based on evidence. If we Justice, the justice system is the court system. People presenting each side, and a jury or a judge making a determination based on what's been presented. Testimony, documentation, evidence, eyewitness accounts, whatever it may be, and making the fair decision. One hopes that it's a fair decision, not always a fair decision, but one hopes that it is. On a literal level, perhaps there's a contract or a legal matter that you need to attend to by the end of the year, that you need to pay attention to, that you need to carefully read and review before you sign. So then we have the Seven of Pentacles. And this Seven of Pentacles, she's taking a break. And Seven of Pentacles, we know you've been working hard. You've been working hard, whatever it may be, personal projects, work projects, your relationship, but you are tending to your business, tending to your projects, putting in your sweat equity, putting in whatever you need to do in order to bring those projects to harvest, to make them shine, to pull them off at the right time. Sometimes when we're working that hard and we're putting and devoting ourselves of that, we need to take a step back. Number one, to rest and recover. So you may need to rest and recover. You may need to think about your process or your workflow. Is there a better way that you can do your work? Is there another way to streamline the process, to cut off some time that you're doing? Sometimes people are thinking with the Seven of Pentacles, good grief, is this ever going to end? Am I ever going to get there? I don't know that I have the patience to wait for this. So that's up to you to decide. But you are relatively close to completion. So maybe you just need a break from the hard work before you get back in there to work again. And as you work again, you get back into the swing of things. You might have a better mindset or a new approach that can help you get through to tending to your pentacle tree and to harvesting it. So in terms of possible outcomes, the Nine of Swords. Sleepless nights, lots of things on your mind, stress or worry. Something gets under your skin this week maybe and keeps you up at night. It doesn't mean that it's a huge issue that's going to derail you from living life to its fullest. It's just like, oh gosh, I'm worried about everybody coming over for the holidays. How am I going to pull that off? Or I'm losing sleep over all the work I have to do before the end of the year at the office. So, this Nine of Swords can show up in many different forms. And yeah, we all have sleepless nights. We have stress, we have concerns, we have worry, we have overactive minds that are just spinning, and we lose sleep. So we have to find a way to deal with that, which is to focus on the known, focus on getting up the next day, greeting the day, trying to start fresh, trying to count your blessings, trying to focus on something that can maybe take your mind off what you're worrying about. So very interestingly, with this Nine of Swords, here we have the Hermit. And the Hermit, this major arcana card, it's about taking a step back, retreating, giving yourself some space to think about what's going on in your life. Similar to this Four of Cups here, where there is a sense of solitude here, this is a deeper search for more wisdom and enlightenment within. Taking that lamp, shining it inward. What's going on? What's been happening? Where am I now? What do I want? What can I do to get to a better state? A better state of mind, maybe a better state of physical health, whatever it may be. So we have like this taking a time out. We're taking a little time out and we're taking a bigger time out. Maybe you need some space and some rest and some time to meditate or to restore and to recover. Perhaps the energies of something not fair within your life is adding up and needing support. But I think that it's important for you to think about taking care of yourself mentally, physically, emotionally. You may need a little break. Maybe you need a little day trip. Maybe you need just time in a coffee shop, writing, drawing, meeting with a friend, something to be restorative to you, to be introspective, to take that knowledge to use for your own benefit. So let's take a look at the oracle cards and let's pull an affirmation for the week. Cleansing waters. Purification activates vibrant life force. Purify, detoxify, cleanse. Sometimes when we are in solitude and when we have time to think about and to reflect and to do the spiritual research on ourselves, we can get ourselves to cleansing waters. We can begin this purification process. And finally, let's choose an oracle card for love. Slow down. When you are excited, you get ahead of yourself. Take some time to allow things to unfold. I think that's a really important message, particularly if we put it next to the Nine of Swords. It's slowing down. Kind of slowing down our active mind, our mind that worries, our mind that races ahead. I hope that you found something helpful here today with this reading. If you did, please subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video, share this video, comment below. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.